Hello and welcome to the Truly Amazing Women TV show. I'm Hope Katz-Gibbs, publisher of Incandescent Women magazine and creator of the Truly Amazing Women Project, which I launched in 2008. In the years since, we have interviewed hundreds of fascinating, fabulous women who are making strides in changing lives. And today's guest is no exception. Please meet filmmaker Jennifer DeLia. She's going to tell us about her career, her projects, including her new one, Mary Pickford, Why Not Choose Love, which is coming out this year, and just all kinds of stuff about living in LA, living in New York, and making movies. So welcome to the show, Jennifer.
Thank you so much. I'm so excited to be here. Yeah, it seems really, really exciting, like what you have going on.
Thank you. You too, absolutely. And so we have to tell our audience that Martine Malou introduced us. She is the cover story for the May issue of Incandescent Women magazine. And we're just kind of rolling out these interviews as we go, because what we're looking to do is launch an International Women's Movie Night, which we'll just sort of announce a little bit now, but we'll roll it out later this year. And we're just going to shine a light on what women are doing in the movie making business. So tell us, how did you get into making films?
I was a kid who was very into psychology and storytelling, writing, poetry, short stories. And I kind of used psychology and storytelling as a coping mechanism to see human behavior in a different way. Like, I was a kid who was going through a lot of turmoil and different things growing up. And so I had this kind of zoom out effect that I would do with my psyche, where I could really like study the situation as a witness more than at the center of it. Even if I was like seemed like the target of something, I could kind of like zoom out. And I realized that I had started, seeing life as a movie, and us sort of all as actors in a way, embodying archetypes and roles and relationships and things. And so my interest in film was sort of different in that I wasn't a film buff. I wasn't a kid with a camera. I wasn't, which are all amazing things. I was more like in my head and more just, like I said, kind of into psychology and character, and applying that to real life, so to speak. So I developed a passion for character and story, and my first strength in that realm was writing. And then, I don't know, it sort of precedes when I could like recall a memory, but I just kind of knew, I think intuitively, that I was a filmmaker.
That's so cool. So Tell us about your first film and what that experience was like.
My first film as a director is called Billy Bates, which is out on like iTunes. I don't think it's on Amazon anymore, but it's out. It's an art film. It's very personal. And that was somewhat based on my dad's life. And then it transformed into more of like a character study of an artist who's channeling his personal experiences into his newest body of work, and you don't really know which is art and which is life, and then it's kind of like they're one and the same. And I realized that that's what I was sort of experiencing in my own life, and questioning creation and creativity and art life, and and starting to see that we're all artists. Like, you don't have to be producing art, so to speak. Like, we're all kind of designing our reality. And that was really fascinating to me. So that's called Billy Bates, which is the name of the main character. And then, from there I found Mary Pickford.
So Mary Pickford is your new film coming out at the end of the year. This is really exciting because she is amazing. So tell us about that project.
Mary Pickford is the first woman of Hollywood who founded United Artists. She founded the Academy. She is the advocate that got actors their names in the credits at a time when their names weren't in the credits. She was pre-Hollywood. She started acting on camera in 1909 in New York. So 1909. And they weren't even shooting in California yet. And she was the first celebrity and the first female producer and the first woman to earn $1 million in a year in North America. She was like running the business, but she was this wild artist, and her story has kind of been buried, honestly. And so it's pretty fascinating to discover the roots of Hollywood was, really this woman. And she had such amazing vision and integrity, and was spiritual, and just such a cool, I think, archetype.
So talk a little bit about what it's like to be a woman in Hollywood.
I'm really interested in supporting artists who have vision to tell stories that are healthy for humanity. And I think if that's the mission, then everyone will be heard, whether it's someone from some other continent, or somebody who's native, or someone who's a boy with all kinds of identity stuff going on. For me, once it's really about integrity and vision, like everyone's included, you don't really have to be in this affirmative action kind of like, we need this, okay, check. We need this, check. It's like, no, let's just tell amazing stories, And I know not everyone can think like that, and that can seem really idealistic, but for me, that's like my mission with this industry, So I feel empowered to be a female, but I just look at things very holistically,
So where can people go to see your films and learn more about you?
Well, we're revamping my website. So I would say social media, Instagram is also pretty new for me, but it's there. And there's a at Mary Pickford Movie, which is for the film. Then there's at Humanizing the Icon, which is the chat series and podcast that I host. And then there's me at Jennifer.DeLia. I think those would be the main. And then there's like the YouTube for the podcast and different things. But yeah, those 3 Instagrams for now, I would say.
Excellent. Well, we'll put all of that in the liner notes on the video and on the podcast on Incandescent Radio. And we are going to definitely keep in touch with you. You have a wonderful insight, perspective, and energy. So thank you so much for being on the Truly Amazing Women Show. Jennifer DeLia, we will look for you more and more and more. So congratulations and best of luck with everything that you're working on.
Thank you. Okay, great.
All right, we'll see you all soon. I'm Hope Katz Gibbs with Incandescent Incorporated, radio, TV, Incandescent Women Magazine, and The Incandescent Health and Wellness. We will talk to you all soon.
Thank you.